Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Corporate Chronicles Between Suits
and Chaos.
I am your host, Emma. Now, we are in December, and this is a festive season. It is a season for office holiday parties, which can be fun and festive if everyone is on their best behavior, or it can be disastrous when too many people decide to let loose. And you know what we do at Corporate Chronicles? We work hard, we play hard. So remember that although it's a party and a time to, celebrate, this is still business or an office event. And so with me today, I will be discussing what not to do at an office party with a very good friend of mine called Mashira. Hey, Mash.
Good, hi.
How are you?
I'm good, Emma. How you
nice
doing?
Nice to see you.
That is all mine.
How are you feeling?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. But then Mash has a very interesting story around corporates. He is a medic turned entertainer. So he's been in the entertainment industry for a couple of years. And I'm sure we will have him back here to give us that side of the story. So Mashira, tumeingia December.
Yeah.
Office party.
It's 8 years to be precise.
8 years.
It's a long time.
In the entertainment industry. Wow. It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Just the other day.
Yeah.
I have seen Mashira. We have grown up together. So I know, I am so proud of him as well. So let me give you a short story. One time we went for an India office party at Diani. That time I was working in Mombasa. And we had such a nice time. So I had a colleague, let's call her Mary. I had a colleague who was, a bit elderly in age, and we danced the whole night. We had a very good time. On Monday, we were supposed to have a meeting, and I call her, like, where are you? We need to go for the meeting. And she tells me, I have taken a few days off because I don't think I can be able to look at anyone after what happened on Friday night.
What did she do on Friday night?
Mash, let me tell you, she does herself silly at an office party.
Yeah.
So the aibu, Yes, and that is what we're telling our listeners today. Even if you're dancing, what should you do?
I'm hoping as she was dancing, number one, she was properly dressed.
Well, yeah, at least she was properly dressed. Yeah. Now that is going to come into our second topic. She was properly dressed. But what are we saying? Even if you take 1, 2, do not indulge and dance appropriately.
Company parties are inevitable.
Yeah.
Especially now at the end of the year. So many guys want to do parties. So many guys are forcing parties to also decompress.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And also, get to tell Emma what I've always wanted to tell Emma, and I've never gotten the chance to tell Emma.
Yeah.
So it's always very important that first to remember this is your job, this is where you work. And you might as well not spill the beans and go through what Mary was going through.
Yeah, she never faced very many people after that.
Yeah. So definitely there's a few cardinal rules that you want to observe when you're doing the whole of these company party things. Because your bosses are going to be there. Your colleagues are going to be there. There's tomorrow after the company party, which possibly happens only once a year, and you still have the rest of the year to live.
You have 11 months.
You have a whole 11 months to live after that. So there's a lot of what to do and what not to do. However, you're not allowed not to have fun.
Yes.
The whole point is to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because we do it. We also do it here at our place, company parties. I think we have company parties almost every month.
Yeah, I have witnessed.
Yeah, so I think fundamentally, in a nutshell, that's how we're going to look at it. Unless there's, of course, there's more we are going to discuss as the podcast goes on and on. So I think...
Yeah, you said something about dressing appropriately. And nowadays I don't know whether it's just catching up. I don't want to shut about that. But there's some dressing that we are seeing now. I don't know.
I went to a party, and it was an office party. So it's party starts at around 5. So it's 5. We are all smart, casually dressed. At 6:30, there's this young girl. She was very well dressed in the light of day. Very formally, smart, casually dressed, and then at around 7:30, woo, someone disappears into one of the corners and is back with the shortest of the. Are we allowed to say booty shots here?
Yeah, well, even if it's corporate, we still have a life outside corporate.
So this lady,
even babies still fine.
Okay. This babe switched the whole mood for the party, but guess what? It worked for everyone because she broke the ice.
But Mashira, is that how to break the ice?
That was one way to break the ice because it was so tense. The serious bosses were there. Everyone was there looking at everyone and monitoring and observing everyone. But after the whole of that thing, and the DJ did an amazing job, and the ice was broken. Let me tell you, that party changed and the mood, the vibrations were there. You could feel the vibes and the vibrations of the party after that. So I don't know. It's two sides of the coin. Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. Corporate Chronicles, I'll not tell you to wear booty shorts, but find other ways to ice break.
There is a story for her after the booty shots. That one will mention it on season 2.
Is she still at the company?
Yeah, she is, but she also didn't come to work on Monday like Mary. So you can see how this goes.
Yeah. It's not. I don't even think it's worth it. Yeah. The other thing I really think, the way guys keep parties and they're like, Mimi, I don't feel like I want to go to that party. What do you think? I honestly feel like your absence is going to be felt, and there's no way you can cause her to go, even unless you have such a pressing thing.
These parties are also a platform for you to maybe be seen on a side you've never been seen before.
Yes, true.
So it's prudent that you attend a company party. It's also a form of networking between you and the people maybe who work above you and who work below you. So fundamentally, you're not supposed to miss an office party unless, as you said, because things do happen in between the parties and they work in your favor as well. Yeah. So it's fundamental and prudent that you attend the company party, the office party, especially the end of year parties, because there's a lot that people say in there. The bosses always give talks and they give credit and accolades to people who've been outstanding throughout the year. So it's prudent that you attend these parties. It is always rude.
Rude is the word, yes.
Yeah, it's always rude for you to miss an office party.
Yeah.
I have seen in one of the parties we've had here, 1 or 2 guys have missed the party, and you can see the interpretation is not good from the seniors, especially. Yeah. You'll
get guys who will say, "Oh, but me, I don't drink." But who said you have to drink at a party?
Don't have to.
You don't have to.
Don't have to. It's a networking thing within and without. Because within the office parties also there is more people who are welcome, not just the guys who work at the office. The stakeholders, people, your clients.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're also welcomed for those parties, So it's also a networking platform for everybody.
There's something you said about it can unlock. I remember at Mary's party. I don't get into details, but there's something it unlocked for me. And since then, my life in that office changed.
Yeah.
So, don't look bored. You know those ones. You will get into the party. Now, Jackie story, I'm too, you just want to, Mimi, I am not going to talk to anyone. I am just there sitting at the counter.
It's prudent to be involved in everything that's happening in between there. As I said earlier, I always view it as a networking platform because there is not much ice. It's not very formal. It's not supposed to be very formal. So be involved. Stay away from your phone as much as you can. Try and take photos with your people. Nice photos. And don't take the blurry ones.
But don't post them. Don't post them.
Don't post them unless it's necessary. So
So we have the data. it's called the Data Protection Act. If you don't be fined $1 million, but please don't post them.
Don't post people's photos without their approval.
Yeah, without their consent.
Yeah, without their consent.
And it ties to the point of having an antisocial behavior. There's this thing of me, I'm an introvert. The introvert tag nowadays is very common. But at an office party?
Don't try this at home. So I think, simply put, an office party is a place to just let loose and be free. Decompress, break the ice, forget all the troubles that are there in the office, and even try and solve all the troubles that are there in the office.
Oh, yes.
You know, because of course, with work comes pressure. And get to see, assuming I work with Emma, I get to see Emma every day. So of course, sometimes I'm going to step on your toe, you're going to step on my toe. Maybe this is a perfect opportunity to patch and heal the wounds that are there.
What's your most memorable office party? Do you remember any?
Yeah, it was my boss's birthday party.
And you turned it into an office party?
We turned it into an office party. It was nice. My boss is never shy of spending his money. I love that.
Dear boss, feel tagged. And by the way, they have sponsored this. Charlie's group has sponsored this this podcast episode. So thank you very much, and cheers to that.
Anytime.
Thank you.
So we did a very good party. It was right at our office, at our headquarters. We made speeches. We ate a lot of lobster, prawns, and everything nice. We danced to good music. And I'm not going to give the details of this party.
Of course.
But it was a special. We popped a lot of champagne, just the good things in life. And yeah, we called it a night.
I have been to one of the parties, and the champagne is usually immense.
It's bubbly affair. It's a bubbly affair.
But you know, there are people who don't have office parties. Like, I don't think we have office parties. So after some point, they died. So if you're like me, you can always find your party elsewhere.
Oh yes. Feel free to crash some of those with a lot of office parties.
Yeah, you can tell your guests, you can tell your pals to invite you. Now, Mash, there's another thing about coming with a +1, coming with a guest. Do you think you need to tell them in advance what to expect?
It's very prudent because you don't know how far your guest is gonna go on the border.
Yes.
You know, your guest, your +1 might just go slightly overboard and pour a glass of wine on your boss. Spill some wine on your boss.
Yes.
And just try and look good because there's an easy way of having them around, but you can take the party elsewhere.
Yes. You after
the office
appearance,
party.
yes.
After the appearance, you can feel free to take the party elsewhere because of the limits that are always involved. Because automatically there's always limits.
I had a very close friend of mine. They had actually, I think you know that friend, but we are not going to say it here. They had an office party out of the country. Actually, can you imagine? Like their boss took all of them out of the country. So they had an office party and they were supposed to dress in black tie. So the +1 went in jeans and a white tee.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
And she wanted to die. Like what?
Definitely everyone. Now, what happens now on this kind of situation? Everyone is on your neck.
I know, right?
And you're trending in the WhatsApp groups. I can tell you that for free. There's a lot of photos being taken quietly by BNN students, just taking photos quietly, silently like this, and distributing them across the WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
And sending to their friends who are left in the country.
For our international listeners, BNN is a platform where people are blasted. I don't say for doing the wrong things, but for doing some things.
Yeah. For doing pretty much anything that can be converted into a scandal.
Yeah.
So now, are you allowed to flirt in company parties, in office parties?
I don't think so.
Well, I agree with that, Emma. Let's not go.
I was not expecting you to say otherwise.
You know what happens is you're gonna. It's a huge mistake. That's the first thing. It's a big mistake because you're gonna be stepping on someone's foot, and it's gonna. The body language is just gonna be offensive to the people around because there's a lot of things that people are looking at as well. Of course, whenever things are being considered and people are being considered for promotions, whatever, bonuses, there's a lot of things that people observe.
Yeah.
So even how you carry yourself under the influence, even how you carry yourself informally, all of those things come together to package you as a person.
Yeah.
So avoid that unless you're with your wife.
As your plus one.
As your plus one.
Yeah. If you need that, just go elsewhere.
Just go and do that elsewhere, not within
the
premises of whatever's going on there.
Because I had told my listeners that you had another life before you went into the entertainment industry. Did you ever have office parties on that side?
No. Never thought of anything like office parties. No, there was nothing like that.
At all?
End of year parties. Jesus. Whose government?
If the salary was taking forever, what about
office parties? No, unless you do your own in-house office parties where we used to buy some snacks, you'd think it's a kid's birthday.
I know, right?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, some things are quite...
I guess not.
Some things are quite not interesting.
Yeah, not at all. But I think the Lord works in mysterious ways.
But I'm telling you, if at your organization you don't have office parties, please don't feel some type of way. We also don't have them. And if you can tell your pal to invite you. Another thing, Mash, you know the way people talk a lot and then this is the time you want to go and tell your boss, I did this project, I need a raise. Is that the right place?
Well, it depends on what kind of a boss you have. I've seen some bosses interacting very well with their guys informally. And because there's always a different sparkle that someone has in the office, out of the office, when they're having lunch, when they're having outside meetings, when they're abroad on business trips. It might work in your favor depending on how you catch him, her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes in the office you get overwhelmed. There's a lot on someone's table. And something can easily go under the table. Someone can easily put your project under the table for them to get the credit for it.
Yeah.
So all of these things happen, and maybe just maybe it was that's what was gonna catapult you.
I know, right?
Yeah. So shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot, but read the mood first.
Read the mood first.
Yes.
Read the mood first.
Read the mood first. That is very, very necessary.
Yeah.
There's something I feel like I need to tell my trainers. I learned my
listeners.
I learned this a long time ago. You know the way guys usually say, me I don't kunywa, and you feel like you're gonna be judged. Remember, this is an office party. Of course, even if you don't give two shits about anything, remember that people will look at you. You know what you do? You can tell the waiter to fill your wine glass with Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, or your whiskey glass with Sprite.
Just assimilate.
Yes.
Yeah. Just assimilate and look like you're having fun.
Thank you. Yes.
Look like you're having fun. Look like you're enjoying. It's a short act. You can survive. You can survive.
a few hours in and then you chomoka.
You can survive. You can definitely survive.
I know.
Yeah, it's meant to bring you guys together in a different light. So fundamentally, it's necessary and prudent that you look like you're having fun, no matter how much pain you're going through, because your colleague stepped on your foot.
Give me a statement that you would tell bosses or organizations as a whole when hosting office parties, being that you have been in this industry for so long.
Yeah.
Something you'd need to tell them.
What's very important for these parties, I'll give you the perspective of not you as the boss, what everyone else wants.
Oh, okay. Much trust you. You're usually that guy.
What everyone else wants in the company party, in the office party, for it to make sense and for it to be, because it's fundamentally it's for vibes. You guys want to have fun, guys want to let loose, guys want to decompress, So entertainment is very key when you're doing office parties. We need to have, whenever you're having an office party, it's prudent that you have entertainment. Someone playing the music for you, especially. Once you do that, everything else is going to fall into place. Because the mood is set, the environment is calm, there is just some vibes going on around that is relaxing. But the moment you have a formal office party, like, it's gonna feel like another boardroom meeting. And that's not what you're looking for on that particular day. You just want guys to be easy, you want guys to network, stand around cocktail tables, and just be relaxed and be easy. So it's prudent that you break the ice with some music. That one works magic. There has to be some form of entertainment in the party. Otherwise, it's just going to be another boardroom meeting done outside the office.
That is coming from an expert.
Yes. That is the number one. Number two, refer to number one.
Refer to number one.
Yes.
Imagine we've come to the end of the record.
That was short and sweet.
I know, right?
Yes.
Do you feel like you have something to say to wish you guys a happy holiday? And by the way, Mash is also a master in networking. I think I will bring him for the next episode because his networking skills, I don't even think they can be taught in any school. I mean, learn kwa streets.
Thank you for the...
And you know what they say about learning in the streets.
Yeah.
So I think we will have him in episode 2. Thank you very much, Mashira. And you can wish them a happy holiday someday.
I wish you guys happy holidays. Take care. Don't drink and drive. And don't drive at night.
Yeah.
Don't stay safe. Have fun. Love your family.
Yeah, stay safe, have fun, love your family. Mash is from a musical family. I would have told him to sing for us Merry Christmas, but let me save him for that. Thank you, Mashira, for coming. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, our listeners. As always, you can always drop us a message on the chat and tell us what you feel about our podcast so far. And thank you for coming on this journey with us. I am wishing you happy holidays. I am wishing you a lovely time. And remember, this is Corporate Chronicles. You can find us on Spotify, on Apple Pods, on Google Pods, on AfriPods, on Castbox, and anywhere else you get your podcast, as well as on all our social media pages. We see you next week. Bye-bye.